So this is one of the craziest offers I've ever received before. I've received offers above listed price, but not this much above. And the COV, it's really quite big.
Welcome to the Locked In series, where we share with you how our brokers sell listings at top record prices. If you're an owner who's looking to make that move or wondering how much your unit is valued at the current market, scan the QR code here below for a free detailed analysis. Today, we have Mr. Charlie Goh,
Yes.
who's leading the mass market team, and he is known as the Mr. One View One Close.
I said stop saying that.
Today, we're going to be sharing with you how he actually closed this 4-room flat in Segar at top record price.
With one viewing.
With just one viewing. He said not to say, right?
Don't say that.
He did it. He did it again.
But one viewing. No,
yes, he did it again.
No, actually, she was with me.
So maybe you can share with us.
Maybe she's like the Mrs. One View One Close.
Only with Charlie's help.
So this.
How do we know that? How did we actually meet with this owner?
This owner was actually brought to us by Geraldine. Right? It's a friend.
Yes, it's actually a referral, and they are looking to upgrade into a bigger place. So, knowing that Mr. Charlie is Mr. One View One Close, I had to bring him in on this listing.
So they wanted to sell their 4-room HDB, right?
Yes.
And then they wanted to upgrade to a bigger space, basically a bigger HDB. And when we took over this listing, of course, the first thing we did was we went down to do a site visit to see how the house looks like, because when you went to that place before, right?
Yes.
I didn't go before. When I met them on Zoom, so I said I needed to go down to the place to see what's the marketing angle we can go for their place, whether the house is nice, whether we should do a home tour, whether a home tour will actually enhance the value of the house, right? And she told me, she said, their house is very nice, you should do home tour.
Yes.
And I mean, to be fair, you have quite a camera eye, right? Yeah. So if she says the house is nice, it must be really nice.
Yes.
So when I first went down to do the site visit, right, to go down and have a look, I said, actually this place, you really have to do a home tour because it's really very nice. It's very tastefully renovated, Yeah. And so that's what we did for them, We shot a home tour video.
Yeah.
And of course, we did the 360 virtual tour, and we shot some really nice photos and listed it on the platforms,
Yes.
Yeah.
I think before we discuss on the marketing, right?
Yeah.
What were the things that we actually aligned with the owners before we even went into whether or not we should do a home tour shoot?
Okay, so the first thing we did was we did a pricing analysis, right? For the 100% everything, we have to see what is a price that we can list at to, of course, get the most traction for the property. And also we have to look at our competitors in the market, what's the supplies in the area, what are people listing their four rooms at. And of course, within that block itself, there were also some competition. Yeah, so we went through all this pricing analysis with the owners, and then we showed them why we think that this is a fair price. And of course, we have an indicative valuation for a 4-room HDB in Segar as well. And the valuation came up to be about 580. Yeah. And the owners were quite realistic. They wanted a price about 600. They said, of course, 580 is like bare minimum, right? 600 would be quite nice. 620 would be like insane, So we said, okay, let's just try. Yeah. So when I listed the property, right, I thought, okay, the one of the challenges that we faced, right, was competition within the block. So within the same block, there was a 4-room HDB, slightly lower floor, listed at 588K. Yeah. And I shared with the owners my plans on listing it at 628. Yeah, because I checked the surrounding listings, it's all about 500 plus. But because our unit is quite nicely renovated.
Yes.
And compared to
it's
the others.
It's the most renovated compared to the other surrounding listings.
It is. Yeah. And it really looks nice.
Yes.
In our home tour videos, the unit really looks very, very nice.
Yes.
Yeah. So I thought, okay, let's try 628. Yeah. And see how the inquiries are like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I remember we actually met with them a few months back, but then at that time they haven't met the MOP yet. And I remember the valuation for their home at that time was about 560K.
Yes.
And then we met with them about another 2-3 months later, once they have already met their MOP. And the pricing went up a little bit by about 10 to 20K.
10 to 20K, yeah.
But we knew that we could definitely sell it higher because a lot of these surrounding listings, they were all non-renovated.
Original condition.
And ours And at that time, when they first bought this place, I remember they spent about $40,000 in renovation.
Yeah.
But for that renovation to be done in today's market, it's going to cost way more than
1.5 times or 2 times.
Yes, it's definitely going to cost way more than 40,000. That's why we knew that even when the surrounding listings are asking about 580K, we knew that we could still charge the price.
Yeah.
So we wanted to price it sensitively such that buyers are still going to be viewing this place.
Correct.
Instead of thinking that, hey, this owner is unrealistic.
Yes.
Yeah, so that was the price point that we wanted was to price it sensitively, yet still trying to challenge the valuation.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember we were looking at some of the highest transactions that were happening in Segar. What was the highest transaction at that time?
Highest in the block was 568? I think it was 568.
In that specific block, right?
In that specific block.
In that specific block was about 568.
568.
But in the surrounding, how about the surrounding?
It's also about 570.
Yeah.
Highest
570. And then we saw one recent one was about 600K.
600K. This was quite recent lah.
Yeah.
The one in November, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Very recent. 600K. Yeah.
Yes. So how much did we sell this unit at?
We sold the unit
No,
at...
how much did you list it at?
Okay.
How much was the valuation?
Yeah.
How much did we list it at? How much did we bring the offer in for this owner?
Okay. So the valuation is about 580.
Yes.
We listed it at 628K. We sold it at 650K.
So 650K, that's about $70,000 above the valuation.
Yes.
And it is about 22K higher than our listed price.
Yes.
Which is quite rare because no one usually pays higher than listed price.
It's like you go into a Chanel shop, they tell you this handbag is 3,000. I say, no, I want to pay 4,000. Nobody does that, right?
Yes, no one does that.
It was damn insane. It was damn insane.
Maybe walk us through how we actually got the offers and how many viewings did we hold for this unit.
Okay, so the only way we can get this kind of price for the owner, right, was because of over demand. 100%, right? If not, nobody will go and pay 650 when the asking is only 628.
Yes.
Right? So we had like 12 viewings in that first day. Yeah, we got a lot of inquiries. We had like maybe I would say 18.
Yes.
But only 12 could make it on that day.
18 within that 1 week, remember?
Yes.
Right. 1 week, right?
So when the inquiries came in, for this listing, it's a little bit special because we had the home tour video ready.
Yes.
Usually it takes a couple of days delay lah. Yeah. So I sent all the home tour videos to the buyers and then for them to have a look first lah. So their first impression of the place is already formed. So out of 18 of the inquiries or 18 to 20, maybe 12 could make it within that Saturday 2-hour time slot. So I told all of them, like some of them I called. And of course I hyped them up lah. I say, you try to make it if you can. If you really like this place, you try to make it. Because I guarantee you, by this Saturday, it will be sold. I guarantee.
So this is the mindset that Charlie always has when he goes to viewings. Is that when I go one time, I'm gonna get it sold. This is why he's the Mr. One View One Close. Every time when he goes for a viewing, I'm like, Charlie,
no, but
are we getting an offer? Yes. And he always delivers.
Yeah, I mean, if you have 8 buyers who are coming down, right? Chances are it might be gone lah. I mean, if it's like 1 or 2, maybe it'll be difficult lah. But if you have 10 people coming down on the same day, and there's a home tour video. Usually people, when they watch the home tour video, if they really don't like the place or they feel like, hey, maybe this place is like 50-50 for them, they may not make time to make time to come down on the day within the 2-hour time slot. They say, never mind, rearrange. But if you send them the home tour video already, right, then they look at it and then they feel like, wow, actually this place really very nice. You know, there was this buyer who actually wanted to make an offer even before viewing the place. So when he made an inquiry, he called me very late. I think I just listed the unit.
I remember.
Yeah, you remember?
Yes, I remember.
Then he called me, I listed at 11 p.m. He called me at 12 a.m. He didn't even message me, he called me. He said, can I go and view this unit tomorrow? I said, no, because I don't want to trouble the seller, right? So we want to put all the viewings all in one day within a 2-hour time slot. So that everybody can come down and it's like an open house kind of thing and it creates like demand.
Yes,
right?
the urgency to make an offer, the demand, the FOMO mentality.
Correct. So when he said he wanted to view the next day, he said he's very urgent to buy, right? I said cannot. I said you wait until this weekend. He said, no, I'm really very urgent to buy. How about if I make an offer now? So I'm like, wow. So I told him very honestly. I said, look, we're listing it at 628. He asked me whether the price is negotiable. He wants to make an offer now lah. I said, if you want to make an offer now and you want the seller to accept it, right? The offer has to be good, right? You cannot be, you ask me to negotiate
because
price.
we're going to be sacrificing all these 8 to 10 buyers that's going to be viewing the place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I think he said he can match the offer to be about 610, 600 and 610. So of course I there was no formal offer.
Yes.
I just spoke to the sellers lah,
Yes.
and I told them about it, and then we just decided, okay, no lah, never mind. Let's
Yes.
try to push him for this weekend viewing.
Yeah.
And we just see what we can get lah.
Yeah.
So we went on ahead without him. Luckily, we did that
Yes.
because if we had taken the 610 offer, it wasn't a bad offer lah.
Yeah.
Let's face it,
It was
wasn't
a
bad.
decent offer,
Yeah.
but we knew that based on the number of inquiries and the demand, we are
Yeah.
definitely going to get way better than $610,000.
There's a good chance lah they will get a better offer lah.
Yes.
Yeah,
And
so-
I remember I was asking Charlie, hey, how many viewings we have this weekend?
Yeah,
And he told me he had about 10.
yeah,
And I was thinking 10 in 2 hours. This guy's gonna need some help.
yeah.
And I remember when I walked into the unit,
Yeah.
the first or the second buyer that viewed was
Yeah.
already negotiating and making an offer to Charlie.
Yeah, second
Yes.
second viewer, yeah.
Second viewer.
Yeah.
How much was the offer?
So he came in, he's a very nice guy, he came in with a wife and a daughter, a very cute daughter, right? And he said he really likes the place.
Yep.
And I told him as a matter of fact, I said I got like another 10 viewers after you.
Yes.
Truth, I never lie.
Yeah.
Really have.
Yeah.
He's the second ma.
Mm.
I said, he came with the agent.
Yeah.
And I said, you just make me your best offer lah. Best offer.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, there will be no counter offer.
Yes.
Whoever brings the highest offer, I'll present all to the seller. Very likely the seller will take the highest
Yes.
price. Very natural ma.
So we did a close bidding
Close
for this
bidding.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So the
yeah.
first offer that came in, he thought about it. He offered 625.
Yeah.
In front of his agent. Then no, he didn't offer. The agent was asking him. The agent asked him, say,
How much you have to offer?
yeah, how much you want to offer? So he and his wife ting. Then the agent say 625, 620, because our list was 628 ma,
Yes,
right?
6 to 8.
And then he was like 625, okay? 625. Then I said, okay, 625, okay? Then I wanted to ask them to write me a formal offer lah.
Yes.
Then after
I
that,
remember you guys walked out because there was
Yes.
another group of buyers that came in and I was serving the
Serving,
other group of
yeah.
buyer and he was outside discussing
Talking
with
with them
the
lah.
buyer.
yeah.
Mm.
So I told him, I said, but I need to be very, very honest with you. 625, I don't know whether it will be the highest. Nobody knows. But I say, but if somebody comes in at a higher than you, there's no chance for you to counter offer.
Yes.
So he thought about it. He was like, he looked at his wife, then he said, okay, 630. Then the agent was like, no. Wait. the agent was like, no, 630? The listed price is 628 negotiable. Why 630?
Yeah.
No, wait, 625, okay.
And the agent was telling him valuation was only about 580K.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said, no. But the wife really liked the unit.
The wife and the daughter.
Yeah, the wife really, and he said something that was really quite sad because he said, no, it's okay, never mind. You told the agent. He said, I really want to make my wife happy.
Mm.
Yeah. So it was very sad lah. I know when I heard it, I was like, wow, I really hope. It was a very good offer. 630 was a very, very good offer.
Yes.
So in my head, right, I told myself, I said, okay, done. This guy is going to get a unit.
Yeah.
In my head, 630. Nobody's going to go higher than 630.
Mm.
Who will bid higher than listed
Yes.
price? You
Yes.
know, the listed price, right?
Nowadays, in the market, people see 630K, they're like, okay, maybe 600K, I'll make an offer.
600, 610.
Yes.
Very standard human
It
mentality.
is very rare for them to be making an offer higher than what the listed price is.
Yes. Yeah,
Yes.
and he's the second viewer. It's not like he's the last viewer and then I told him, say, I got 4 offers ahead.
The last time I was seeing this happen was during COVID.
Oh, COVID.
COVID period where people are like bidding for the units because resale markets were flying off the shelves.
Yeah, because
But
there's no
in today's
supply.
market, it's rare.
Yeah,
It's
rare.
Only Mr. Charlie can do it.
No, no. It's not me. It's just that the unit was quite popular.
Mm.
Yeah, so 630, I know the sellers were going to be very happy.
Mm.
The buyers are also going to be very happy because they can get a place that they really like, right? Then we went back to continue the viewings. And then, of course, everybody came in and said, yeah, they like. And then after that, at the end of the day, we received a total of 4 to 5 offers. I can't remember how many. We had 12 viewers in that 2-hour time slot. And we had received 4 to 5 offers.
There's almost about a 40%
Correct.
conversion, yes.
Yeah.
40%. And I think, what was the amount of the offers that came in? From lowest to highest?
That's a very good question. Let me think about it.
I remember it was 608. And then there was...
You can remember?
One of them was 608K.
Okay.
And then another one was about 630K, which was this guy.
Yeah.
And then one of them was about 640K.
Yes, got one higher, slightly higher, 640.
And then there was this one person that gave us the highest offer. And
he was the last guy.
This guy, I remember he walked in, he saw the house, he told Charlie, Charlie, you did the home tour so well. I watched it 10 times.
Yeah, the home tour video.
Yes.
This guy, you're my biggest fan.
Yeah.
So this guy was damn cute.
This guy watched
man.
the video 10 times with the family.
Yeah. He's not even a kid.
Yeah, it's
usually
an
kids watch
elderly guy.
videos 10 times.
Yeah, only kids would watch a video 10 times.
Yeah.
It's always like an elderly couple watching the video 10
Yeah,
times.
it's like 50, 60 retirees, you know, come
Yes.
moving back to closer to the parents, and he came in and said, hey, actually your home tour video very well done. I watched the video 10 times. See, you're very good, very, very good. You can go and be actor already. Then I'm like, what?
When he told me, I was dead laughing. But then I remember after that viewing, that was like, I think one of the last group, right?
Last group, it was the last group.
Yeah, and then after that we closed up, we went to get drinks because super thirsty after like 10 or 12 groups of viewings. And we saw this group of buyers downstairs.
With the agent? Then they were discussing.
Then they were discussing and then they were like, hey, do you already have an offer? I was like, yes, we have. We're going to consider it by tonight. So give us your best offer.
Yeah.
And then we were walking to get the drinks.
No, you remember me telling you?
Yes.
I said, no offer will come in higher than 640.
Yeah.
Because back the latest, the highest we received after that second family came was 640.
Yes.
So 640 was already mind-blowing already. So when we went down, we were like, wow, done, close.
Yeah.
Right? 640, everybody will be happy.
Yes.
Then they were still discussing, and then I said, no they won't go above 640 on.
Yes.
Then we went to buy drinks,
and then we went to get drinks.
Yeah.
And then the agent was right behind us.
Yeah.
And then he said, I have an offer for you.
Yeah.
And then we were like, so are you here to bribe us? Are you getting us drinks so you can get the offer for you?
No, because I offered to buy him drinks.
Yes, and then we offered to buy him drinks. So we were the ones that got him the drink.
Yeah, I said, you want a drink? Because we were in front of the queue.
Yes.
I said, you want a drink? I'll just buy you a drink.
Yes.
Then he said, no. I said, never mind, it's okay. Then he suddenly said, I got an offer for you. Then I'm like, initially
I thought he was kidding.
Yeah, because I thought, because I bought him drinks, so he wanted to give me an offer. I thought he, like joking lah, you know.
But he eventually gave it, and then eventually he gave us an offer at 650,000.
Yeah, it was crazy, man.
Can you imagine 650,000? Our valuation is about 580.
Yeah.
And that would be $70,000 above the valuation price.
Yeah.
And our listed price is 628,000. So that is about 22,000 above what we listed at.
Yes. So this is one of the craziest offer I've ever received before. Like, I've received offers above listed price, but not this much above. And the COV, it's really quite big.
Yes.
Yeah.
But thankfully, this buyer is paying in full cash.
Yes, because
that's why he's okay with the COV.
He's not taking a loan.
He's not taking any loans. It's going to be full cash.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was crazy, man.
So how do you think we managed to get, if let's say we didn't do the home tour, do you think we would be able to get an offer like this?
No, 100% not. Because when the buyers watch the home tour video, right, there's this first impression is already formed.
Yes.
Because of how the house was actually presented in the home tour video, it's always in the pristine condition.
Yes.
Right? So when they came down, even if the house wasn't as neat or as pristine as what it was seen in the home tour video, right? But because their first impression is already formed, they already know how this home can look like.
Yes, and a lot of these buyers, after watching the home tour video, whenever they come for the viewing, they already have this mindset that, hey, I'm going to make an offer today.
Yes.
And the reason for that viewing is just to feel the space and see if the condition is what is mentioned in the home tour video, which in this case, the unit itself was extremely well maintained.
Yes.
So whatever you see in the home tour video is really what you get when you come for the viewing.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, so this was how we managed to get like a crazy $650,000 offer, just I think about 30 minutes after the person viewed.
Yeah.
Yeah. And right on the spot, that was when we actually got the offer.
Yes.
So we had about 4 to 5 offers.
Yeah.
And I remember we were so eager to present this to the owner because it was such a crazy offer. And we knew that this offer was going to help them a lot with the renovation for their next place.
Yes.
So when we presented this offer to the owner, how did they feel?
Okay, so we have to present all offers, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we started, right? So when we presented the offers, and they knew about the 650K offer, they were like, it's sure take, right?
Yes.
It's sure take.
We already knew there was a sure yes.
Yes.
Yeah, but we still wanted to reassure them that 650K is a really sick offer that we're going to get. And if we really miss out on this, because sometimes, right, some owners, they see that, it's actually first day of viewing, ma.
Yes.
It is very common and it's really common that we see in the market where owners would say things like, oh, you know what, let's wait for the next better offer.
Correct.
Since we can get this on the first day, we may get a higher one in the next viewing.
Yeah.
And we have seen this happen before, but what we always realize is it is always that first week or the first month that gives you that highest offer. After
Yes.
you wait out for a much longer time, the longer it sits on the market, the lower your offer is going to be.
Yes.
It's
Unfortunately,
like,
yes, I don't know why. Yeah.
unfortunately, the longer your listing is on the market, the lower your offer is going to be.
Yes.
It's like when the Adidas Yeezy first released in the market, it was super hot that people were paying like 1K, above 1,000 for that shoe, remember?
Yeah.
I think it was like about almost 10 years back, right?
Yeah,
10 years back.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you see Yeezy on the market, like, oh, okay, whatever. It's different when you see something that's fresh versus something that has been on the market for quite some time. People are going to think, is there a reason why it's sitting on the market for so long that no one's going to make an offer?
Yes.
If let's say I were to make an offer, I don't want to make an offer too high because then I need to save that buffer in the future I cannot sell.
Yeah.
So they're going to have this mindset. That's why for us, the first week and or even the first 2 weeks, this is when the offer is going to be the highest.
Yes. That's why they always say the first offer is always the best offer.
Yes.
Most of the time it is.
Yes.
It really is. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And if we miss out on this one, people are going to think, actually it's not as highly demanded as I think it's going to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the moment it's gone, they're like, oh shit, I missed out on this one. Yeah, so I think we really did a crazy one on this one.
Yeah.
The owners were really happy because then they can actually plan on their renovation for their next home without having to. And the good thing is the next home, they are not paying any COV and they have additional cash that they can spend on for the renovation.
Yeah.
Because the next property that they have is, next property that they bought is about a 5-room flat. It's a 5-room, so the renovation is going to be slightly higher than this 4-room flat.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, really thankful that we're actually able to help owners like this achieve crazy prices like this because this helps them with their next purchase.
Correct. Yeah. Because they were really not expecting.
Yes, they were looking at about 600. They were just looking about 600,000.
They were happy to let it go at 600 because that's the market valuation.
Yes, market valuation of 580. So
yes, and
20K above is 600K.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were looking at about 600K and they're really happy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 650K is above $50,000 above what they are looking at.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's crazy, right?
It is crazy.
Like
so
how
any
offers
pro
like that
tips,
can change
any pro
lives.
tips or anything that you learned from this listing that you have to share with like the other agents who are watching this video or owners who are watching this video?
Pro tip is, I wouldn't say it's pro tip, but I think in today's world, right, everything is all about marketing, right?
Yes.
And marketing and first impression, this is really very important.
Yeah.
It's like anything in this world, any product, even like brands or anything, right?
Yes.
Marketing is very, very important. So it's how you market yourself, lah.
Yes.
Or let's say if the product is a home, right? It's how you put it on the market, how people perceive the home,
Yes.
right? So if the first impression is not there,
Yes.
if like you get like very badly taken photos on Property Guru or anything or any listing portals.
If it's not well represented.
Yes, if it's not well represented, people are not going to click in.
Yes.
If people are not going to click in, they won't inquire. If they don't inquire, they cannot come down and view.
You're not going to have this crazy demand of like 10 viewings in a day.
Exactly. If they don't even come down and view, how are you going to sell them something?
Or how are you going to create that demand, that FOMO mentality from the buyers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the first impression and marketing is very, very important.
Yes.
This is like the first step.
Yes.
After that, the rest, of course, there are different steps that we have to go in. It's the pricing analysis and then the negotiation skills of the agent, right?
Yeah.
So it's one whole package for you to get to that record price transaction lah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I'm 100% certain that if we didn't do the home tour video, the result would be different.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah, 100%, yeah.
Okay?
Yep.
Thank you for staying till the end of this Locked It series. We hope you benefited from this episode here. If you're a homeowner looking to offload your property or unsure of how you can move forward with your plans, feel free to scan this QR code to reach out to us.
Yep.
My name is Geraldine.
My name is Charlie.
See you on the next one. Bye.
Bye.